episode, we were actually able to make a basic city building game where we could place in different types of buildings. So in this video, as you can see, we have added the ability for some buildings to produce resource types. And as you can see, if I click here, then it increases our resources and it keeps producing it. And the more you put, the more you get as well. So this is still quite basic, but it should be a solid fundamental of what you need to make a city building game. Obviously, if you want me to go a little bit more in depth in this, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below. And this also will be available in the Unity Asset Store, so make sure to watch the link in the description box. So yeah, so let's get to the new setup. So on the outside, there's not much changed compared to last episode. I did actually add a new hub called the collect resources. It's a basic 2D game object with an icon which you can change, alright, to display whatever icon you want, and then a simple background as you can see. And then this background has a box collider 2D, a face camera 3D, and then an on-click script 3D. Alright, so then each producer building has one of these as child, and then I just, as you can see, had extended this, sorry, and made the on-click call the building manager collect method on the actual building. And yeah, so that's about it. And then I just disable this installed. So that's all for the actual setup. And also one thing that I want to add is we also modified the actual scriptural object to accommodate for the production. So as you can see, for the house it cannot produce anything, but for the lumber it produces wood, 150 for each cycle, while the mill produces 3000 food each 1.5 seconds. Alright, so let's get to the coding side of things. So here is the building script, building scriptural object, sorry. And as you can see, we added these three variables to the button. And then we have a new building manager, which I added in all building objects. The building manager, as you can see here, is quite simple actually. It contains a reference for the actual building type itself. The economy counter is here to keep track of how much resources we produced. And then the on-click references the on-click game object that we saw as the child component. This is because, as you can see here, we dynamically disable and enable the on-click based on how much amount we have produced. So if it's less than 0, then we just disable the button because we don't want to actually indicate to the user that they can collect something. But whenever it's above 0, then we just enable it. And then here we have a method called collect, and this actually just creates a new economic counter for 10, and then just uploads the variables to this one, and then we deduct the amount from the amount produced, and then we just add these resources to the global economy manager. And then we've got a coroutine called produce, which checks whether or not we can actually produce something. And if it does, then we just concatenate, or sorry, add the production amount to our local variable, and then we just wait for the rate to end. And then here is the on-click method. That's actually also quite simple. There is not much in here. It just handles the on mouse up, and then we just declared a unique event called on-click, which is called face camera 3D, which is also quite simple. As you can see, we just take the transform and then call the look at method and pass in the values so that the icons always looks at the camera. This is, as you can see, in the actual child object. And this is the drag and drop manager. We actually modified this, so this is the original one, this is the modified one. So as you can see here, we added the building SL, which is basically just to keep reference of what kind of building we are actually placing, sorry. And then once we actually place the building, we access the building manager and then called void initialize with this scriptural object in it. So this is it about the actual scripting. And once you actually do everything as needed, you should have this kind of gameplay ready to use. Obviously, this is just a base for you to build upon to make your own city building game. And again, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to watch the first part of this video, or perhaps my other videos. You will see them on screen in a little bit. And on this note, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.